as a man venturing into business, that's one of the most satisfying thing you can ever get. So, like if you're a man out there and you're wondering what can you do to get some satisfaction in your life when it comes to job, I'd actually advise someone to like have a side hustle, have a gig going on, you know. Because you see, at the end of the day, you also want to know how would I be if I was a boss. And the best thing is being a boss, you know. Like it elevates your confidence. It gives you something to look forward to at the end of the day. Because you don't want to be in a situation where you've got nothing on your name. You know, the worst thing as a man you can have by there is nothing on your name. At least hata kuwa hata watu wa sio hata nakuambiaje but I'm trying to look at the least thing but I can't find, but have something in your name. That's the best thing you can give yourself. Okay. Because hata kuendeaje, man, at the end of the day if you have nothing, shit man, you're down for. Okay, you're down for. So me, my thought on mental health when it comes to the workplace, if you're not okay in any given particular workspace, and the reason why for me, if you guys look at my CV, I got like 25 different companies I've worked for. Lakini, company kambao, zilikuwa 2 months, 1 month, 2 months, 1 month, 2 months. And there's a time where, and now this is the time where I actually got into business, where there's a gap in my CV, and every time I'm asked this, I was like, I was finding myself.
Well, wait, but if you're looking for a job, don't find it yourself. It doesn't work for you, just say you were self-employed.
Anyway, so what did you say? What would be like your last take on mental health when it comes to the workplace?
The workplace, yeah. Okay, you know, first of all, there's 2 things. But if you can, don't be in a place where
it's not good for you.
Yeah, it's not working for you. Yeah, but then again, we're in Kenya, so we have fewer working, work opportunities as compared to other places. So, but if you really can be in a place that you love the culture, you love the environment, things that actually work for you, because there's no need for you to make money then kill yourself with that.
Side note, I was going also through Twitter. By the way, you know me and you, we are Twitter fans. So I was going through Twitter the other day.
I believe Twitter for life.
Yeah. So someone had put up a post that they don't understand how people who do online writing na walienda shule wakafanya kitu ka.
I think I also saw that.
You saw it? I found it really stupid, I'm sorry, it's your post, but I found it stupid. They didn't understand how someone would go and do online writing, where else they probably had studied kitu ka procurement or running. And as we're literally just saying here, where you work needs to be okay for your mental. Exactly. So if someone actually found peace, like mental peace in doing online writing and is paying their bills, bro, shut the fuck up.
Actually, I hear they actually make so much more than people actually working there.
I'm not good at online writing, but I wouldn't criticize anyone for doing online writing. Even if you actually studied to be a doctor and you went and did online writing, bro, good for you.
Yeah, some people actually love it.
Yeah. I don't understand why you'd bash someone's hustle. You don't even know what the fuck they're going through by there. So why would you bash anyone's hustle?
Yeah, so
that's one thing that actually is a factor in how our mental states and mental health go. Like as far as they go, that's another factor. Okay. Yeah.
So before we go to friendships, may they remember to subscribe to our channels. I think Zote is up today. We're actually telling you this is the real hangout spot for all your Kijana stories. And by Kijana, by the way, we mean youth.
Oh, by the way, kwani kijana ndio kwanza wanaume pekee. Kijana, by the way, kama ulisoma Kiswahili, kijana ni mwanamke na mwanamume aliye katika umri wa
18.
Definitions ni mingi, but according to you,
18 to 35.
18 to 35.
18 to 35.
Yeah.
Umri wa miaka 18 ama ni 8
hadi 35.
Ni 8 ama ni 8? 18 hadi 35.
So anyway, subscribe to our YouTube. You can also listen to the podcast versions of these conversations on Spotify. So that's
Tulipanda bei by the way. Unaona hadi t-shirt ni ya Polo.
Oh, tuko Polo. Scott will notice.
That was
Yeah, that's very important. Scott will notice.
Ah, bro, see you
Yeah.
Ah, we read each other's minds, eh?
Baya, unani copy. Unani copy.
Bro, si mimi niliingia nimevaa hivi. Ni hata nisiseme.
Anyway, also, yeah, also
F for
follow
Facebook.
Also, I hope they didn't get that. Yeah, but also like our Facebook page and also follow us on Instagram. All of these handles are Kijana Chronicles.
And we're moving on to our last beat of this one. Is mental health when it comes to friendships. This is actually an addition from Madam Director today. Well, I'm gonna give my 2 cents about this. I've got few friends. I'm actually realizing I've really got few friends. You know, like even acquaintances, the people that I know. Hey, mumeanza kupungua, mnaenda wapi basically? Hey, mnapotea bana. Like I'm realizing I've got really few friends, and it's really like I'm okay with it right now. There was a time where I wasn't, and I've always thought myself to be a really likable guy. If you don't like me, uko na shida. But I've always thought myself to be a really likable guy. Cause one, I know I give like let's say I still say my 100%. I give like 90. Yeah, on a bad day I'll give you like a 75. On a really crazy day I'll give you 0. So I know I'm that kind of a person. Yeah, the times where also you've noticed the times where we talk and then I just zone out. But we'd stay like for a week and then I'd come back. And then there are times where we'd talk like constantly, hey, sharing memes, etc. And then at times I'd just like, check up on you, And this time where we are all talking, sharing memes and me checking up on you, that is me between 75 to like 95. And then the times where I am not even there, that's my 0. Like, I consider it, there's no in between, that's my 0. And the reason why it's like that is because at times, mental is not always there, like, you don't feel yourself, like, even approaching your friends or, just going out to meet the world. And it's really something that, it's a treasure if you find a friend who can actually understand that there are times where you're not just there. No, you're never going to be at 100. If you have a friend who's expecting you to be at 100, that is not your friend. That's a fucking leech. That's a parasite. Dump them. DUMP. THEM.
Bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dump them. Yeah, because I don't understand how you'd expect a whole human being to be at 100 every single time while your phone is never at 100. Oh, sorry, I'm talking about myself. Yeah, I don't understand that.
Okay, my perspective on this,
It's crazy. Yeah, Madam Director ametupiga kakitu.
So here's the thing. I think as friends, you need to have friends that actually understand you. Aki so much because, hey, come on, when you go primary, you had friends there. Kidogo, in your high school, you probably changed all of them, or maybe kuna mmoja wawili. Yeah, all of them. Most of them actually.
Inakuja nika uniform. Nakumbuka uniform ya primary na high school ilikuwa different.
Yeah, so then again you went through high school. Made friends there, dropped, of course, more. Then now you go maybe through college, campus, or whatever you went through, for tertiary learning, right? Of which those are actually most of maybe of your friends right now. That's expected because
Yeah. I think
I'm not saying it's a must. That is now what is expected. That is now what is expected. One thing you have to learn, especially after tertiary institutions, that all this time to go under our parents and all. Then now after school is now
you're getting into the real world
on your own. Yeah. So we actually have to agree. Others get better than others. Others just get worse. Others plainly just nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry to say. We really have to understand this matter and how it affects our friends. ourselves and how we perceive
How we
each other.
relate to
Yeah, everyone was in probably I was with you every time in campus. Then probably I just come out here, you find that I'm doing better than you. Now you're just feeling really weird coming to, you know, even hang out with me because first of all our conversations have changed.
Wait, Cassie. Now that you've even brought it up,
Yeah.
oh, this is actually a really nice one. Now that you even brought it up, have you ever hung out with any of your friends who are doing it big?
Yeah, I hang out. Okay, on my end, I fit in both. I hang out with people who are like with me, like where I am right now. I've hung out with people who are below me. I didn't care, and I've also hung out with people who were better than me. I did care a little because I wanted to be like that.
But do you think it messes up?
It does a lot.
Because you see, you end up comparing yourself, yeah?
Yeah, okay. One thing, maybe I will never be jealous about people making strides in life, but I'll always ask myself, why not me? Yeah.
Okay, okay. As a man, my take on this one, as we wind up on this one, as a man, Manzi, if you're jealous about another man making it, you might be going through something, and I tell you to just like sit down to evaluate yourself. Like find out where your mental is first, because that's where it starts. You know, for a healthy body, you need a healthy mental, and for a successful body and a successful life, you need the two of them: a healthy mental and a healthy body. So, like, evaluate. Yeah.
Yeah, and also in all these even relationships, okay, in case someone's been doing better than you in whatever, if we just imagine, instead of feeling bad, what if you actually went and learned what they did and you did, then it became all of you did better, instead of feeling bad about it.
It would really be awesome.
So, yeah, and also those friends who, you know, you're doing, friends, relatives, everything, you're doing better than your next person, whether it's your relative or your friend. Think about this. What if you actually help them? So instead of them begging from you, it's actually, instead of them begging from you, you'd actually be at the same path.
We thrive in being better than our family members, and we wanna stay better. And here's the thing: your family can't be big or better if you're the only one who's better. You know,
You drag you down.
Yeah, they'll drag you down.
And we
Black tax itakupiga kakitu.
And black tax is actually a thing.
Black tax itakupiga bana. So
every imagine you're the one who made it. You're the one. Let's say you're the one making the most shows, but everyone out there that is making. So talking to like, oh, sijui ni mgonjwa, oh, sijui aliumwa na nyoka, oh, this one needs college, this one needs college funding. You see, but everyone, if I am your brother and you are uplifted me,
Tingombe imebeza slasher.
mother sijui kondo iliamka kwa choo. Other kids just here. We're like, bro, what the fuck happened? And then it's crazy, you know, if you're the one with the chums, hadi unashanga kazi yako zaimu, unaambia una junior huyu aliolewa na auntie huyu, alafu anko yake, alafu ile kazi yake aliwanga sijui kutoka kwa nani, sasa huyo anahitaji usaidizi. So everybody, so if you uplifted me, that's one problem, God.
Yeah, I know.
So and uplifted another, and me uplifted another.
I know.
Just imagine. Of course, I'm not saying all of us will make it. You know, they'll always be the entrepreneur, they'll also be the rich guy, they'll always be the soldier, they'll always be there's always, all these jobs that are there, all these things, they'll always be there. But if you actually uplifted each other, at least even one, things would have been better.
Yeah, and
so that's my take.
We'd tackle so much on the mental spaces at home.
Anti-depression in Asia, because maybe money plays a very big part.
Oh, by the way, yeah, we didn't touch on that. Actually, money does play a really big part.
Actually, even probably the biggest.
Yeah. Have you noticed? There was a time I was broke, and let me tell you, Douglas, tasema maina hiyo ni mjinga. Let me tell you, Douglas. My mental was bad. When you're broke, mentally hapo ikuwa sawa.
Bro, me, it happens to me a lot of times. Me, when I'm broke, I literally get sick. Alafu
no money syndrome.
Mimi najitoa kwa wase. Hapo ndo unasikia ngati, nenda wapi sijuko. This siko niko Nakuru kashughuli fulani. But I'm in the house.
Mbaya sana.
Hii una watch Netflix ukikula ugali na turungi. No, it's not happening. I'm just imagining. But yeah, but the lack of money.
Nakula ugali na picha ya mayai. This is crazy, yeah.
So what was next?
I want us to, because we are winding down. We're winding down on this topic, yeah.
Winding down, I'm winding up.
Oh, we're winding up. Hey, guy. Kizungu wewe.
Huyu arudi shule, penye alisomea hata sijui ni wapi, lakini arudi shule.
Ati mwambie watu nilikuwa shule fulani Meru. And I'm going back to school at University of Nairobi. There are two things I want us to look at, yeah, as we wind up. One, I want us to look at, I want you to give me 2 coping methods men use when they're tackling depression. And I want us to look at something called the bystander effect.
I'll try the second one. Hey, you'll have to educate me.
Yeah. I'll explain that one to you. So, according to you, because me and you, I think every single man has been through some form of depression. So, I'd like you to give me, like, what are the coping methods, like, you were using back then?
Okay, just a disclaimer, by the way. One thing we should know, and this is because we listen to a lot of stuff. It's not written in stone that whatever works for me will work for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true.
Even that rich guy who got rich, or whatever that successful guy got successful, doesn't mean that now because they did it their way that if you do it their way, if you do it their way, it'll work. Yeah, doesn't mean it will. So. First of all, it has to come from you. Acceptance, kwanza.
Mm-hmm. No, before you even go to acceptance and all, what were like the coping methods? Like a coping method, like what were you falling back to when you were going through all this?
Okay, one thing with me when I have trouble in my mind, I actually do activities. Like cleaning. When I'm thinking, I think I've made my best decisions when I was taking a walk or cleaning. For me, those have been one of, since last year, I've been one of my... Bro, mimi kitu hapa inanigonga stress 3 days. I'm telling you, I'd start from the washroom. Sugua. Okay, I know probably doesn't sound manly, but I don't care. It's still in my house and I want to clean. Mtoke hapo nipanike kitanda vizuri, sugua mpaka chini ya kitanda nini, kuja kusugua meza nini, viti mpaka hiyo siku ndio unafungua hadi question chini uangalie, kumbe ile chore ile podeleanga hapo hiyo. So then go clean. Bro, I literally have like sufuria you sugua them until you can even start seeing your reflection in them. But I'm telling you, the moment I'm done with that, most of the time I have solutions for stuff. And also walks. I like taking walks after 8 p.m. And usually when I'm alone, I take walks to town. Yes. I've actually even made some very, very considerable solutions when I did that. So those have been my coping methods. I don't think I share too much about this to other people because in that I really don't feel like people really get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't feel like. And another thing, I've shared to people who shared those things to other people. So, yeah. I'm not saying, actually, we should share.
So, guys, I have this friend of mine called
Clouds. Clouds. Actually, our other Madam Director said, let's call them curtains. Yeah, so, okay. I think sharing is good. Yeah, I think that's sharing. I think sharing is good. I think sharing is good, but it's really hard to get someone who gets you, and someone who will keep your matters confidential. Because one thing that I did was share a lot of my stuff with people who actually did it back in the day. I found that kosana tu hivi nje. And now you're hearing your stories everywhere. Oh, let us do back and still live. Oh, fuck, told you that.
By the way,
but I told it to one person. So
no,
that's why with this piece I think people saying opening up is a scam. No, it's not a scam. opening up to these kind of people is a scam.
Yeah. Guys, listen, because today we are talking about men. I'm gonna be biased. Please allow me to. Women, ukiambiwa kitu na mtu wako, mkiwachana, keep it safe. Kaa nayo, hata ili udedi nayo. I know. Dedi nayo. Yeah? I'm like, how would you feel? You've told me, ama najua matako yako moja ya left ni kubwa kushinda ya right.
Isn't that the case though? Unless useme moja ilichomeka.
Kitu kama hiyo. Alafu niko kunya by the way, anakaanga ni kama tapo.
I think that's the lowest we go, you know, that's the lowest form of decency we may have as human beings.
Yeah. Manze, like for me it doesn't make sense. Ukiambiwa kitu, just die with it. Die with it. Where's the standard? Where's the nation? Where's the tuko? You don't need to be advertising all this shit to other people.
So, how do you cope?
For me, it's really easy. Okay, not easy. Let me say it's not easy. One, when I watch a lot,
Like
movies, documentary series, and in that.
Oh, when you're watching, is your mentor?
No. but you see, in that state of let's call it trance, but in that state, your mind is actually like, it starts to calm down. You know, like I think for me, the one thing that I've been every time, especially even when I'm having like even when I start feeling anxious, I usually just tell myself it's okay, you're in control.
Oh.
And it works. And I was reading and I saw like there was some really crazy, it's not crazy, that's basic coping methods that men use. People actually do sex, like they become sex maniacs.
As a
By the way, yeah, by the way, if you ever see, by the way, see atini ushirati. By this as again,
hey, but the better it's just like
when they say it in Usharati, some of these men you see out here, like who are being overly sexual.
It's
Try
problems.
You know the mother is a woman talking about depression. Just try to talk to them. What is a baby boy? Nini. Try. No, but like try. Other thing, drugs. Napana tu mtu wako pale tu kazi yake tu ni kushikisha jaba kutoka usiku hadi asubuhi, Monday to Monday.
So, have you ever coped using drugs?
Yeah,
Sex?
definitely.
Have you ever coped with these things using drugs?
Yep,
Sex?
definitely.
Do you think those are proper ways to solve this thing?
No, they're not. Because
Okay,
I'll give my experience. The time I was really going through it. Oh my goodness, and it turned out to like I was overly sexual. And boy, let me tell you, that thing leaves you empty as fuck. It leaves you empty. It makes you, cause after the release, what else? That's the question that follows. You know that. What else?
It's actually good you said release. I was fearing you'd use another word.
Yeah, today you're not being bad. Today you're being good.
Yeah.
So yeah, after the release, what else? Such questions start arising, and then now after that, you feel like you've lost a part of you to this person, and this person was just probably like being, they were just vibing, and it happened the way it did. But you see, for you are using it as a method of coping, and then it's like, what else? So we've done it.
So right now, would you still use those things? Okay, I'm assuming right now you're good.
Yeah, right,
But
it's
if
good,
tomorrow
it's
you were
good.
depressed,
Uh-huh.
would you still cope with drugs and sex?
Drugs, no.
Sex?
Wewe mbona unanimulika hivi wewe?
No, let's just go to the bystander effect or whatever that
No,
was.
another thing people use to cope is alcohol.
It's already on drugs.
No.
Yeah.
Drugs and alcohol is something different.
Okay,
Drugs and
so-
alcohol is something.
But all these are just things that alter your state of mind.
yeah, substances.
Yeah.
Anything that alters a state of mind. And si ati tunakuanga vibaya tukikunywa maji yetu ya nini ya food color, tunakuanga tu sawa.
Sasa nikunywe maji yangu. All this is just crushed.
This is just crust by the way. Na mnatulipa by the way watu wa Coca-Cola. Anyway, yeah, so those are the coping methods that I know of. Some that I've used. But as a man, I'll tell you this. Do not. If you find yourself going for either drugs, alcohol, or sex, stop. You know why? It will leave you feeling empty. And then you know by drugs and alcohol.
Broke.
Yeah, drugs and alcohol will leave you broke. So imagine now utakuwa uko na umeshoot your shoulder and then this shoulder is okay, alafu nakuja unajishoot sasa wewe mwenyewe hiyo shoulder nyingine. So now you have two bad shoulders.
Unakaa kama watu wa Zimbabwe.
Hiyo ni toes. Oh. Ama Zimbabwe ni watu wanauza shoulders.
Anyway, ilikuwa tu get the point.
Stop.
Like if you're a man and you're using any of those three methods, man, stop, man. Stop. Do you know why? As I've said, it will just leave you empty. It will leave you broke. It will leave you feeling worthless. And there's nothing as bad as losing that small bit of dignity that you have left. I want us to finish off with one last thing, the bystander effect. And so, bystander effect, I do not have a definite definition for it, but I'll explain it to you, yeah?
You said definite and definition in one sentence.
Hii ndio kusoma sana, hii ndio ubaya. Anyway, have you ever been in a situation where you're out, yeah? Alafu you see a couple nagging. And either the man or the chile they start getting violent, and you can't intervene. And everyone is just looking. You want to, but you can't. You're waiting for that person mwenye atajisimamisha wa kwanza and wacha alafu ndo bana you know. Or I'll give you a really relatable situation. Since today we're talking about mental health, I'm so sure you've been like just scrolling on Twitter. I've seen this one mostly happening on Twitter, and someone just posts, "I am done with this life. I'm tired. I'm gonna go, you know, do the thing." And this time round, do the thing is not a good thing. And kwa comments, people don't even first, they don't even pay attention to it. Or if they pay attention to it kwa comments, unaenda comment kitu ufala ati kwani wewe ndo wa kwanza go through life, you know, like that's a bystander effect. Bystander effect can either be one negative or can be stationary. Stationary is where wewe mwenyewe umesimama tu hapo, you don't even know what to do or what to say. Or you know what to do, you know what to say, but you can't do it. You choose to observe. Yeah, you choose to stay put and observe from afar. That's the bystander effect. Now the thing is this. The reason I've brought it up is I want you to tell me and to tell the whole world, have you ever been a bystander in a situation where you know you could have helped and then you failed to help? What was the situation?
I could think of many.
Oh, damn, there have been many.
You know, this thing happens too many times because any conflict between two parties and you are there, and you are not part of that conflict, but you were just there. Already you are a bystander as per your definition.
Let's narrow it to mental health. Have you ever seen, has anyone ever like posted either kwa status or umesikia somewhere mtu pale ako like, by the way, I'm just done with life, I'm gone?
Kinda. There's this chick who used to post everything that went bad with her, you know, on the status. I don't know, it usually made me feel, okay, with me, you see, even if, like, I'm going through something right now, hakuna day ati nitasema oh shit I just got done right now pale kwa status. Yeah, you see something like that. Ama vitu kama hizo. Ama oh sijui whatever. Oh people sijui what. Oh someone has betrayed me. Oh whatever. You'll never see that on my social networks, right? So I just told her one time, hey wait, baby, why do you post this kind of stuff on your status? Like, you know, people don't need to know your business. Yeah, but she still went on posting it. So I just stopped giving an F. Does that make me a bystander?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Because you didn't offer a solution.
Yeah,
A possible solution.
Okay.
Did you try to
I
find
just-
out why?
No, I just told her stop. Okay, not stop. I just told her how did I put it? I just questioned why she was putting it there on social media.
Okay.
But that was kitambo. You realize she continued posting all this stuff. She still does it to this day.
mpaka leo.
Oh, yeah, mi hata napitanga tu natafuta watu wa memes. Yeah.
The reason why I brought this today is because I want to pass a special message to men out there. Don't be a bystander. You know, we as men, we go through much, and at the end of the day, you don't want to be on a place where you feel like you're not being listened to or people don't care enough. You know, like that's the worst place to be at. The moment you you start feeling like people don't care enough, or you're not being listened to, or you're not getting the attention you think you deserve. On the attention bit, let's dial it down, Cass, yeah? But the moment you feel like you're not being listened to, that's where everything starts going wrong, I think, for me. And that's where you start even questioning whether you are worthy to be on earth. And believe you me, as a man, you are worthy to be on earth. I'm going to tell you, this earth was made for everyone, man and woman. I'm not going to finish that statement, but know this, at the end of the day, we men need to start looking out for other men. Yeah? We, especially in this month, let's make it an initiative for us as men. If you ever see a fellow man going through something, just start listening.
How about just do a simple thing? Just check on your fellow man friends.
Yeah, check on your fellow men.
When is the last time you have male friends? You haven't talked to for right?
Alright, man.
Yeah, just just hit them up like, hey bro, what's up? You good? What's happening?
Yeah, we want to bring up a culture where Gen Zs and millennials, we can exist peacefully, harmoniously in a mental free space. Mental free space? That's stupid. In a
Just
mental
safe
peaceful
space. Safe
mental
space.
peaceful space.
I think this is just safe space,
Safe
for
space.
for people to be vulnerable.
Hiyo nimekosa words, by the way.
But
But
men
this
be
to-
vulnerable to men.
Yeah, manze.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, we were having a training yesterday at work, and I remember the trainer said something, men open up the moment you open up. Like, for example, I'll come and tell you, by the way, hey, jana yenyewe kuna venye mama alifanya A, B, C, and D. Alafu utasema, hata hiyo yako si kitu. Oh, unajua wangu sijui alifanya E, F, G, H. You know, like, we start opening up about it, we start talking about it. And at the end of the day, we end up coming up with a solution for both of our problems, you know. So, at the end of the day, man, just check out for other men, man. Don't check them out. Check out for them. It makes sense.
I mean, if you're that,
But it's okay. But just look out after your brother. Women, the men in your life are going through so much. They don't tell you this, and probably some of them will never tell you. But just be kind, man. Even if you don't like a particular man, manze, put them down easy. Y'all are in shitty relationships because of how you put down men. By the way, it's nothing much. Si kitu ngumu, but it's ngumu. By the way, if you ask me why some women end up in shitty relationships, it's because that man you're actually in a shitty relationship. Kuna mwanamke alimuonesha he's nothing. That's my take.
wow, it's good to hear. Bro, me, I'm so glad we did this today. I'm so glad you came up with this.
Yeah.
It has actually being part of this video, of course, by extension, Casey. This has actually been therapeutic for me tonight as we shot this video. And really for you who will be watching, this has been a tremendous task. I mean, when you watch, of course, you know this has been a very
We've had like 27 shots on this one.
yeah. We've done like 57 takes on this. I'm really fearing for the editor. It's called Daggy. Yeah, it's called me. But I'm honestly, I don't think I've ever said this before, but I'm honestly glad we got to do this. You know, as much as we're sharing our thoughts,
Our life stories.
and
We
everything.
also want you guys to
It
be
has
able to
been,
feel
yeah.
like
Very
we
predictable,
care.
Yeah, and also sometime on if you feel like you have a very you have a topic. You have a topic
Yeah,
that yeah, if you feel that you have a topic that in Akuma and you need us to talk about it, but then you could actually come through, talk,
or just
to
DM
me.
us. If
Just DM
you
us.
don't want to come through, just DM the topic to us. We'll do the research we'll do about it. Whatever we find, we're gonna come. We're gonna share it either as part of a main KC episode or story time.
Yeah, story time sessions.
Or
and,
we can put it on Chomazone.
I know it's not. It's not on Chomazone. Yeah, but you guys, by the way, watch out for the next Chomazone episode. Coming within the week. It's gonna be epic. Yeah.
Yeah.